Today we're taking a look into a really interesting cannabis brand, Elephant's Growth. It's got this sort of high-end, almost mysterious vibe around it.
Yeah, we've got this article that gives us a bit of an inside look. Our mission here is, well, to figure out what makes them stand out,
Yeah.
in such a crowded market.
Right, what's the secret sauce? Branding, quality, that exclusivity factor.
Exactly. Let's unpack it.
Okay, so the article touches on their beginnings. Sounds pretty grassroots, actually.
It really does. Like the founder starting as a tremor, getting hands dirty,
Yeah.
literally building the infrastructure themselves. That points to a real deep-seated passion, not just a business plan.
Totally. And that detail about fewer than 100 plants per room?
Yeah, and no automation. That's significant. It suggests a focus on individual plant care, meticulous attention, rather than just, maximizing yield quickly.
It sets a different tone immediately. And you can kind of see that extending to the presentation, right? That the packaging isn't standard stuff.
Not at all. Those Miron violet glass jars, they're a big part of it. Sure, the gold elephant crest, the 818 stamp, it looks premium.
Uh-huh.
But that glass actually blocks UV light.
Yeah.
It's functional. It protects the quality, preserves the terpenes and cannabinoids.
Oh, interesting. So it's form and function.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the focus on just the top colas, the best parts of the flower, it all screams luxury, quality. That description, vault-cured citrus gas aroma, it paints a picture.
It really does. Like you're getting something special before you even open it. And the way they grow it sounds, well, different.
It's quite unique. The article mentions this sort of spiritual approach, which you don't hear about often in commercial grows.
Like not killing male plants near the females for energetic balance.
Yeah, that's the idea presented. And using living soil, regenerative inputs, it feeds into this whole narrative. They even say, we don't just grow weed, we raise it.
Raise it. That's a powerful choice of words. Living soil. That's about creating a whole ecosystem in the soil, isn't it?
Exactly. It's about it feeding the soil microbiology, letting the soil feed the plant naturally rather than just pumping in bottled nutrients. It's a more holistic, sustainable method.
Definitely not your typical large-scale operation vibe. Okay, so what about the actual strains? They have signatures.
They do. Elephant's OG sounds like that classic California profile, fuel, pine, lemon, maybe some Kush genetics in there.
Right.
Then Elephant's 41, which apparently comes from the Gelato line, known for being frosty, lots of resin, complex.
Okay.
And a sour diesel, like a throwback 90s East Coast kind of energy, that lemon funk.
A classic.
And then there are these rarer collabs, like Sapaya or Mochi. Seems like they pop up and then they're gone. Very limited.
Adds to the mystique, right? You gotta be quick or know someone.
Yeah.
Which probably explains the price point. It's up there.
Oh, definitely. We're talking like $150 plus for an eighth. Maybe $300 for a gram of rosin, even up to $800 or $1,000 an ounce mentioned.
Wow.
But the way it's framed is key. It's not just expensive weed, it's positioned as collector tier.
Like fine wine or art, almost.
Kind of, yeah. The price itself becomes part of the exclusivity. And those limited license drops, like that Solus collab mentioned, selling out instantly. That just reinforces the scarcity and the desirability.
And the marketing or lack thereof is fascinating. 26,000 followers on social media, but just one post. No hashtags, no reels.
It's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
Totally counterintuitive to how most brands operate today.
How does that even work?
Well, it seems to rely entirely on DMs, waiting lists, word of mouth, mutual connections. It basically forces exclusivity. You can't just stumble upon it easily. You have to be sort of in the circle.
It makes wanting it part of the experience.
Exactly. It cultivates that insider feeling. It's clearly not about reaching the masses.
Which brings us back to that tagline they use. Big terps, small circle. Terps being the terpenes, the aromatic compounds, right?
Yep. Flavor, aroma, potentially influencing effects. So high quality, big flavor, but for a select group, it really sums up their whole philosophy perfectly.
Yeah, it does. Focus on the craft, keep the circle tight.
So you see how all the pieces fit together. The hands-on origin, the premium packaging, the unique cultivation, the high price, this underground marketing. It all builds this very specific, very exclusive brand identity.
Okay, so wrapping this up, Elephant's Growth really seems to have nailed this niche through sheer dedication to craft, a very deliberate premium presentation, these unique growing philosophies, pricing that screens exclusivity, and marketing that's almost anti-marketing.
It's a fascinating case study in brand building, really. Which leads to a final thought for you, listening. Think about the core principles here. That dedication to craft, the focus on quality over quantity, building a really dedicated, maybe smaller community.
Mhm.
How could you apply those ideas to something you're passionate about? Maybe it's not cannabis, maybe it's art or cooking or coding, whatever. Even without the high prices or the underground hype, what can be learned from Elephant's growth commitment to their vision and cultivating that small circle? Something to think about.